from Michael Wright in California. The dresses made for you in your movies, did you have any say in the design?
I didn't have any say in the design. And I wasn't exactly a slave to fashion in those days, so it didn't matter that much to me. The dresses, to keep them, who needed them? I had better dresses in my closet. The only one where I really wore great stuff was when Don Loper did the wardrobe for me for Looking for Love. And yes, of course, I got to keep all of those. I always got to keep my clothes, but that was the only movie I wanted to keep them. I wanted to keep them.
He also wanted to know all these details. What was the quality like?
Well, the quality, Don Loper was an amazing designer. He really was the best. He really got to start doing the costumes for the Copra Girls when it first opened in the 40s, when it first opened in 1940. And he was one of the eminent designers, and I loved it. In fact, I did a whole photo session of nothing but his clothes. He was great.
How much time was done on fitting and alterations?
A lot of wasted time. That's why I had 3 dummies of me, 3 forms, on each coast. At the time, my designer was Trevia, the fellow who did the series Dallas, and then Nolan Miller, who did Dynasty. And my designers on the East Coast were from Brooklyn. 2 Italian girls from Brooklyn. And they each had 3 dummies of me because my weight fluctuates that much. The one I called petite, and the one in the middle I called medium, and the last one I called I Hope They Love Me Anyway.
That's great. That's great. Then they do love you.
I just had a gown made for a wonderfully memorable night when I was honored at the Waldorf Astoria by the Friars. Mm-hmm. And I really wanted something great. So I called up the fellow who's now amazing. He at the time he was just starting out. He was a young guy from Australia, amazing. And he's been he had 2 or 3 things on the Academy Awards, and he's a very hot designer. So I said, well, I don't have my girlish figure anymore. I want that gown Mark made for me in the 80s. So I called him up. And he said, oh, Connie, I don't remember it. He said, but you just tell me what you want. I'll draw it, and then you have your gown. He said, and we'll make a form. We'll have a form for you made because, our bodies change slightly over the years. Was he kidding? Mm-hmm. He said, let me check your record. He said, oh, I see. He says, in 83, when we made the first gown, your waist was about 22 or 22 and a half, depending on how much pizza you ate. I hope you're not eating a lot of pizza. I said, honey, my wrist is that he would have 27 and a half anymore. So he made me a gorgeous gown. It was gorgeous. It was the talk of the evening. But I could have just worn a gunny sack and it would have looked the same. I was only cared in revealing certain things I didn't want to expose.
Well, I actually saw photos from the event, and I thought the dress was beautiful.
It is. It's stunning. And now he's making another one for me. When November 14th at the Friars, Larry King is going to be honored, and every star in the galaxy is going to be there, so Mark is making another one for me.